and this match is gonna be happening between none other than IGN Esports versus daaku sena. So yeah, this is the lower bracket quarterfinals between these two teams. So yeah, they will be clashing each other to get up to the upper ladder, I would say. And yeah, with this, we will be moving towards the draft phase. And I am J for Justin, and Asuya is with me in the casting desk. So hello, Asuya.
Well, hello Justin and hello everyone. And yes, just like you mentioned, these two teams, IGN as well as Dakusena, like these are the two teams which we see often, and they have made a name for themselves. Like one, some of the top teams in India going against one another in this lower bracket. And with that, let's just move on to the ban phase. Fanny being the permanent ban in most of the tournaments because no one actually wants to face off against this assassin who can go in with a durable build, with a sustained build, and still be a nightmare for the mages, the marksman, and all the squishies right there. Matala being another great ban because she provides so much utility for your entire team. No one wants her actually. And what do you think about these bans, Justin?
Yeah, so for the really decent bands, I would say. I mean, Fanny should be banned because respect. Like we all know, he is a really good Fanny user. That's why we have been seeing enemies have always banned out the Fanny against IGN, and we're gonna see the like you said, like Matilda. She is quite OP as well, and also we're gonna see a Hilda ban coming in from the side of Dakusena. So yeah, she has the invade potential, and also her passive makes her, along with the spell revitalize, makes her absolutely tanky, I would say. And she can sustain a lot in the team fights as well as can dive into the back line also. So yeah, she is a definitely good call to ban her out, I would say.
Absolutely. Being the early game queen, she is, especially if the enemy does, or even if your team has an assassin for the jungler, then she can be one of the nightmares to face up against because she can be the one invading the jungle and she's so tanky in the early game with that region, with the passive that she can, not let you farm or at least delay your farm. One wants to deal with that. And Zushan, of course, one of the best bans out there, like one of the permanent bans because she is the queen, especially of the early game. Right from level 1, she can dish out a lot of CC and help for the early game aggro.
That's right. She is a great utility mage, and yeah, and in the mid sector, I believe Juxin and the Sicilian has been banning out in a lot of matches, like I'm seeing, and yeah, both these two mages are absolutely strong in the current meta, to be honest. And we're gonna see a Hayabusa ban as well. I mean, yeah, quite of a choice to be banned out, but yeah, they might be planning a draft so that they don't want that Hayabusa to be running around and picking off their crucial members of the team member. And also, we gonna see Joy ban coming in from IGN as well. So yeah, no more electrifying beats in the battle. And with these, Granger will be locked immediately by Dakosena because we all know how OP of an hero he is in the goal lane, because the burst damage of the Granger is absolutely OP. And Lucas has been paying from the IGN. So how do you feel about that, Asuya?
Well, first of all, Harvard is also open, so maybe inside of Team IGN just decides to go in for the Harvard because he is the late game monster. But then again, of course, Granger, just like you mentioned, one of the best goal laners right now, like alongside Irithel. So maybe IGN just goes like either for the Irithel or even the Harriet. Both of them can actually compete well against this marksman. But then again, of course, Anti going in for the Lucas. Lucas, one of the best EXP leaders, or even can go in for the roam. So he's kind of flex. And towards the late game, he can sustain a lot, although he doesn't have much of his, spell vamp. But he has a lot of control onto his hands and can be the one zoning out a lot of team members away, these crucial members, and provide a lot of utility onto those team fights. No one wants to face off against him. And with that, IGN has made sure no counter is picked up against the Lucas because Valentina has been prioritized, one of the best counters which can go up against the Lucas.
But I feel like if Lucas is have decided to go in the XP laner, it might be a CC wood, which might be a threat, which is quite open. And also Dakosuna have not been the pick their XP laner till yet. But also we can see a Sicilian as well as the Suyu. Both are absolutely strong in their places, to be honest. Because like I mentioned, Sicilian and Jushin are absolutely dominating the mid lane sector. And yeah, he is quite impactful in the team fight as with her Sanguine Claw, as well as the sustain of the bad face, to be honest. And also the Suyu with the mobility, he has the capabilities to split push as well as burst out the backliners. And we're gonna see an alpha pick coming in from IGN, and yeah, they are making it happen, like to burst out any of the frontliners that might come in the way of the alpha. So yeah, definitely really good call. And we're gonna see a glue ban from IGN. I mean, they are doing it pretty fast, to be honest. And like you mentioned, Harriet is pretty strong alongside with the Granger, and that's there we go. It will be getting banned. So yeah, any prediction about the future bans, Asuya?
Well, not much to say, and I think right now a lot of options are open for them. Although I really want to speak up about the side of Team Dakusena have two late gamers onto the hands. Granger is pretty good from the mid, but then he is absolutely a monster towards the late when he has those stacks up. And Sicilian being another mage, like he has a lot of damage, but then he really needs to stack it up, especially after the nerf he got onto his first skill. So the main utility in the early to mid game from this mage will be the Sanguine class which he provides. So IGN really needs to make sure that they're able to sustain the game towards the late game, because the early from the side of Team IGN is absolutely strong. I mean, all four of the heroes, Alpha, Lucas, Valentina, and as well as the Katotkacha are like four of the heroes who have really, really impressive early.
That's right. That's right. I mean, the great AOG of the cutout might be really impactful in the team fight scenarios. So also will be helpful to catch the backliners. That is the Sicilian or the Granger. So yeah, quite often pick coming in from IGN, and like I said, CC was open too, and yeah, there we go. Jazz will be locking in that CC to counter the Lucas, and we can see that sandbag as well as the slow effect king, to be honest. Yeah, with the high loss will be picked from the side of Dakusena. And yeah, quite of a decent front lane as well as a backline dive comp to by the Suyu as well as the high loss. So yeah, it will be fun to watch them fight. And yeah, are we gonna see a Claude? What do you think?
If you ask me, I think TR Aaron is going in for the Claude, but Uh, I don't know what they were thinking about this. Maybe they just want more mobility onto the marksman, because they do have heroes who can close up the distance. There is a CC with the second skill. There is a Patroclus on the Suyo who has that dash, and there's a lot of range coming from two of the heroes. So then again, I think Claude is a marksman who has one of the fallen. Maybe going in for the Irithel could have been a better option. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in Circum, after he gets the DHS, and to be honest, he could be very useful diving into the backline, and also can zone out the backliners from dealing from bursting out their frontliners. Also can, but if have the potential, and if the Claude is in the lead, then definitely he can take out the backliners on his own. And also he is pretty hard to catch also. So yeah, with this, I would like to ask you, which draft do you think, and let us know which draft do you think will have a better chance on winning this one.
Well, first of all, I think, IGN has a really, really strong early game. But then they did pick up the Claude for the late game spike. If you ask me, um, the side of Team Drakusena right now, they do have a balance of the draft. They have the early secured by three of the heroes, Haitatsu, Jazz, as well as Patroclus. Meanwhile, Absolute, Silema, and Bright will be scaling up towards the late game, and Sicilian being one of the mages who can scale infinitely with those stacks. So, right now, if you ask me, definitely it will be a Team Drakusena for me.
That's right, guys. And after a long draft, we are back in the long draft, and yeah, the clash has already begun. And yeah, look at the Gatot. He is trying to the Kimi just trying to invade and get the vision of the boss already. And this is, guys, this is MLOS, the knockout series. I would say the double elimination of best of fives between Dakusena versus IGN. Do let us know which team you guys are supporting, and with this, we're gonna see some neutral objectives from both of the hypers, and they are planning to rotate and yeah, to the XP laner it seems, and Katot versus the Hylos doing some clash in the mid lane meanwhile, and a fight might be cooking up anytime soon because both of the hypers have their level 4 mark, and yeah, perfect rotation coming from both of the teams.
I mean, sure, and at the same time, I think CC is an absolute win. But look at the team fight, maybe already starting up. Kimmy with a
Ooh,
revitalize.
there goes the spear of Alpha, perfectly hitting that Hylos, and the follow-up of the Lucas will make sure that he goes down in the fight. And with that small lead, they will be walking out of the fight.
And yep, and with that, I was saying CC is one of the heroes who can actually, solo up most of the EXP laners. Anti might be the perfect bait right now because Jazz doesn't know.
Perfect ambush coming in from IGN. The Lucas was the bait. She took the bait, and there you go. The follow-ups came from the Gatot as well as the Valentina will make sure that she goes down before the turtle fight. And this might be crucial because she is not level 40 yet, and the turtle is up. So yeah, she have to be careful before the turtle fight happens. Like she have to be back in shape. And Valentina seems to be copying the higher salty. And second base forward has been popped and trying to deal some CC on that high lows. Avatar Guardian has been popped, but before it hits, Valentina will make sure it goes down as well as the Alpha will be securing the turtle, and Glorious Pathway will be used to chase out the Suyu out of the red buff, and they are slowly but surely trying to squeeze out the farm of Dakosena.
Well, this is what IGN needs to do because just like I mentioned before, they have a really strong early, and the way they are beating away Jazz, like one of the key laners, they cannot, Dakusina cannot afford to lose in the early game. They're baiting her out, not letting her join those team fights. And I think Anti is in a really good HP will be managing to escape. But then again, IGN perfectly utilizing the early game potential that they have. And this is what they need for the snowball. And once you are able to snowball end the game early, there is nothing which can stop IGN from winning this game.
That's right, that's right. Because yeah, they have the scaling, but let's not forget the Team Dakosena have the Sicilian as well as the Granger. So yeah, if they do any kind of mistake in the fight, and Dakosena manage to get the lead, the goal they need for the items, yeah, then we might gonna see a big spike in damage, and which might lead to some problems for IGN, to be honest.
I mean, true. Meanwhile, I think the gold laners are playing it pretty safe, just farming it up. At the same time, both of the teams they have just decided to not go and gank towards the gold lane. Maybe IGN decides for it pretty soon because they have the upper hand right now with 3 kills onto the roster and a 1k gold lead. So they're doing it pretty well, just waiting out maybe for the turtle, looking for 1 kill. But if you see, both of the teams are actually being, very mindful, very respectful, not overdoing those team fights, not even trying to initiate. Maybe the side of Dakusena, like maybe help out the XP if you do not want to go for the gold.
Ooh, look at that. The best fist has been popped to deal some damage, and there comes the backup of the Suyu. But the Glorious Pathway will decrease the movement speed of Suyu, and Gatot will be able to get out of the situation with the Avatar of Guardian. But look at that. So far, the CC is back in the fight. The second piece is looking in trouble, but the spell vamp of the Lucas will make sure he survives in the fight and will backing off with some HP.
Absolute cinema, making all the way from the top towards the mid lane for that team fight, helping it out and definitely helping in grabbing that 1 kill. At the same time, if you do see Hylos being the perfect bait, being the perfect punch back, and that's why this hero is really, really hard to, kill, especially towards the early game because you need to focus up so many kills, and he will be the protective wall, being the frontliner, always there, making sure, especially the revitalize when it comes down, like you think that he was the one who will be taken down pretty easily, but then the HP just comes back, especially with the elegant jump he has.
That's right. That's the beauty of the the Gatot passive. But the Glorious Pathway has been popped. Meanwhile, in the back line, the Gatot will be coming in with the Avatar of Guardian into the CC. But that's not enough because Sicilian will be taken out. There comes the Spear of Alpha. Will be trying to be dominant in the fight and will take out the CC. And look at that. Sicilian has no option but to come back and forth to deal some damage to poke to make them a little bit low so that Granger could have a better chance taking out someone, getting a kill, I believe. And Suyu have no option but to back off since they have been outnumbered. What a great fight coming in from IGN.
Well, IGN definitely controlling the neutral objectives right now with the goal lead once again into their hands. At the same time, I do not see any neutral objectives or, the towers being traded yet. They might even go in for some kill towards the Granger because Granger has been doing well. At the same time, Dakusena, maybe. Okay, but look at the bot
Ooh.
lane.
Look at that. Oh, the Suyu, I mean the CC, because of the overextension, she will be taken down because it did become a 2v1. And look at the Hylos trying to find a trade as well as the Suyu. But yeah, they are kind of mobile to be honest. And that the Blazing Duet has been popped along with Avatar Garden, but it will be missing out because the Granger have the mobility he needs. But look at that. The glorious pathway has been popped to cause some slow effect by both of the Hylos as well as the Valentina. And there we go. The Gatot is in kind of low HP, but there comes the Sacred Beast with the Flicker. Will try to take out the Granger, and along with the follow up of the Valentina, will make sure he goes on. But the overextension of Anti will make that's a mistake, and he will be taken down. But look at that, Alpha is trying to join the fight. He has the ultimate in his hand. He's not using it quite yet because he is confident that he can take up with the first skill, second skill combo. And with that, Hylos is in low HP as well. He will be popping that glorious pathway, and he have to back out of the situation, to be honest.
So both of these teams literally brawling it out at this point, and okay, CC will be taken
That
down.
was yeah, that was quite of an overstation. Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, pretty easy to take down at the same time. Just look at Team IGN right now, definitely leading with the goal lead, with the neutral objectives as well. They knew that CC will be, bone of contention, really hard to deal with, especially in the early game. So they made sure that Anti gets all the support Lucas needs, and CC is not able to dominate. So I think that was a fair trade because they knew their goal laner could actually have a lot of mobility. So maybe they can, just leave it out to not gank it. And because he will be safe either way, and that's what Daku Sena kind of ignored that EX lane, and now they're paying it because they have the first tier down. Meanwhile, the way Anti is coming all the way from the bot lane towards the top lane just to help out, that's how good that plan was
Ooh.
executed.
Damn, the zoning of the Gator with that AOG was used, but look at that. Both of the Grace pathway has been popped, and Lucas will make sure that the Granger goes down. But the Alpha will coming in loud with the triple kill there. Will take out three of the people, and look at the Sicilians' HP will be running out of the situation with a bare minimum of HP. Great fight and great initiation coming in from IGN.
I mean, true. And meanwhile, Bright is actually doing well. He doesn't have even a single death right now. Although IGN is definitely ahead when it comes to the turrets, when it comes to that almost, a 5 to 6k goal lead onto their hands, and the 10k kills ahead too. IGN doing pretty well, and that's what I was saying. Do not give the time for Granger to extend for him to stack up. Same goes for Sicilian. Do not give the time, and then of course the game is beautifully into your hands. At the same time, I really love how both the initiators are using their, you know,
Look at that. The backline diving capability of the Claw is pretty annoying. Look at that. Sicilian the HP of the Sicilian has been lowered down, and Valentina will make sure that he goes down. Perfect macro skills coming in from IGN.
I just said that Pride is doing well. He hasn't died even once during this game, and that's when he's taken down. And maybe the
Yeah.
caster's curse right there. And now Takusena kind of boxed up inside their own cage. Three inhibitors remaining, two holy shields, IGN doing a perfect game. They have so much gold lead right now that, as well as so many tanky heroes coming up. And on top of that, they even have Valentina to just copy up that glorious pathway coming from the Hylas. So Takusena not being in a good position. Maybe just wait it out, maybe just help out. At the same time, they are kind of, if you do see, okay,
Ooh.
there's Kimmy.
Look at that, Kimi is trying to do 1v3 alone, but there comes the Sacred Beast to catch the backline, that is the Granger. But yeah, look at the damage of the Lucas, but he will be using the explosion, but there comes the follow-up of the Valentina, trying to slow them down. And we're gonna see that two of the members have been down already, and Hylos will be taken down eventually by the Gator. And it is the Jazz that is running for his life, and also a Flicker has been used, but it will go to waste for surely because CC's mobility is absolutely high at this scene.
And what can I say right now? For side of Team Dakusera, maybe defense is the best defense. They need to, since they lost out in the early game and IGN has the snowball, maybe just wait up towards the base and wait for Sicilian to stack up, wait for your Granger to stack up because they absolutely cannot afford to lose anyone as the First Lord is also marching down.
Ooh, look at that. Avatar Guardian will not hit anyone, but he is the sandbag, like I mentioned. And there you go. The Lucas is coming in, taking out Patroclus, and there comes the he. There he will secure a double kill there. but the Lord is still in decent HP, to be honest. And look at that, they are more trying to destroy the turrets and will try to sync up the lanes to bring the minion there. And look at the Alpha going to the backline with the Spear of Alpha, will zone out the high loss in the fight, using the Winter Crown to sustain in the fight a little bit more longer. There are few minions left, but it is the Cloud which will be hitting the base, and it also the Valentina will make sure the game surely falls into their hand for the first match. And there you go, IGN is the winner of the first match.
Absolute domination from the side of Team AB and sorry IGN. Really loved how they focused all of their resources. Like, at least they were, always ganking going on towards the EX lane. Meanwhile, Jazz didn't actually receive any help. And when they had completely dominated the EX lane, even like you can already see how well Anti was all formed up. 7 kills on his name with the MVP. He was rotating so well. That's what your team really needs. That's what your EXP really needs. Once you free up one lane, you're free, and it is always 4 versus 5. And of course, against Lucas, CC is one of the heroes who can handle him well, but then the rest of the heroes with so much control onto the hands, it's kind of a nightmare to deal with. And that's how the Granger paid up for. Because if you do see how many times was Granger getting zoned away by Anti, how many times Kimi was doing the same thing, zoning away a Pride, zoning away Absolute Cinema. And yeah, that's all. I think IGN really used the potential they had to the utmost.
That's right, that's right. And with this, guys, we will be back after a short break because yeah, this game definitely fall into the hands of IGN. But yeah, Dakusuna still have a chance to do a comeback, guys. So yeah, stay tuned, and we'll be back after a short break. Yo, what's up, people? We are back with another match between Dakusena versus IGN. This is MLOS, and this is the double elimination bracket of the quarterfinal, to be honest. And yeah, it is me, Jay, for Justin, in the casters deck, and with me, Asuya again. Hello, Asuya. What do you think about this match?
Hello, Justin, and hello, everyone who is with us watching this tournament. And thank you, everyone, for staying tuned with us. And do do share and subscribe because these two teams are pretty well known, and it's always a delight to watch them duke it out. And with that, once again, let's move on to the ban phase. We do see Joyas and Spani, the permanent bans in most of the matches right now, and Zushan might be another on the roster. But what do you think, Justin? Will we see some respect bans coming, or will it be the same meta bans just like the previous game?
Like yeah, I mean, it is already. I think the fan event. It's all you can't say that it's a respect ban or a meta ban, But yeah, but definitely, if it goes, the Fanny goes to the respect, he can do it. He can make it happen. It could be a menace for Team Dakusena, so it's a better to ban her out. And also, which we were gonna see a Sicilian ban this time coming in from IGN. So yeah, no more Sicilian for Dakusena. And also, like I mentioned, these two majors, that is the Jukshin as well as the Sicilian, are dominating the mid lane sector, and that's the region they are getting banned every single match. And also the Matilda. I mean, yeah, Kimi has the potential. I mean, he can play the Matilda, but yeah, it's better. Maybe they have something a draft in their mind. I think they have decided that they will go with a Gatot in this match too. So yeah, it's no more circling eagle in in this match either.
Well, true, like Matilda, it's one of the heroes with a lot of utilities. Like you can go in for the diamond, you can go in for hitbox, or because she's always there with the heal shields and the disengage onto her hands. And with that Granger being banned out, will IGN go, opt for a Harith, or maybe it will be a Lucas once again, giving anti Lucas wasn't the best of the decision that Casina made in the last game, and yet they have given it away once again. Could this be a bait to pick up better heroes? Or what do you think, Justin?
I mean, at this point, like a lot of OP heroes are open. I mean, the look at the band section; it's just full of OP heroes, and like some of them will for surely will be open. But yeah, Lucas, despite of the fact they have picked the CC, it was not enough to stop the Lucas. And there we go. We're gonna see one meta hero coming in from Dakusena as well, which is the Harriet, because after the recent patch, he is very strong in the gold lane alongside the Granger, and also the Irithel in certain circumstances, because yeah, the mobility of her is absolutely high and she can shoot while moving, so definitely a really great marksman, to be honest. And also we're gonna see a Hilda pick coming in from the side of Dakusena to and like I mentioned, she has the invert potential, but it will be in an alpha, so yeah, it's always better to never invade an alpha, because his damage of the first skill and second skill could be a menace which will be dealing true damage whoever comes close. So yeah, it's a great pick coming in from Respect.
I mean, true, Hilda, whenever she's there, most of the time, like if she goes in for the roam or even the XP, you can just help out and wait, delay the enemy jungle. But when it is someone like an alpha, a fighter jungler, pretty hard to counter. And like, he can manage on his own, especially because they also have Lucas on the anti and our chip. Okay, Kimi on a chip. Like chip doesn't have much of sustain because he really needs some equipments, like maybe just scale off towards the late game. But the damage is there, so Hilda will be facing a problem with that. Maybe, just go into the XP lane, try to counter out, win out. Like she won't be able to win out, but at least she will be able to, sustain herself, sustain, unlike the previous game, because she has the heal.
That's right. And look at that. Two of the roamers has been picked, which are a meta as well. Because yeah, Kimi has picked out the chip, which has the Avengers assemble ulti, I would say, because he can bring all the members in one lane, and which can potentially cause a lot of trouble for Dakusena as well. But in the response, they have a disengaged roamer as well, which is the Carmilla. So with the proper Curse of Blood Altes from the Carmilla, it could be devastating for IGN as well. So yeah, well, so far look at the bans. They are banning out the Valentina, which could be a potential threat, because like we saw, it was the witch who was copying the Hylos ultimate and was menaceful in the team fights. So yeah, it's better to ban out the Valentina as well as the Claude. I'm gonna see what am I seeing, and you look at that. The Novaria will be banned from the side of IGN as well. The glue. So yeah, it will be the draft phase. So any prediction, what hyper their team Takusena might go with?
Well, they're definitely hovering over a Bane right now, and I think Carmela is one of the best picks against a chip because when everyone enters out, it's like Avengers assemble, and then she can just use up the Curse of Blood. So yeah, kind of at least two, three people will be connected, and that's why maybe Dakusina just made sure to prioritize her, even though the rest of the picks were kind of banned. At the same time, really love the glue being banned out from the side of Team IGN right now because he's one of those menace picks. Then Hellas hasn't been banned or picked, so they might be going for that. But Mage is what remains. So right now, which hovering over a Aloe, Aaron going in for the Beatrix might be a great. He can go for any of it. In the last game, he did go for the Claude. It actually worked out. Just see what they're going for. What do you think?
I wanna say something about this. Look at that, the chip and Aloy in one team. I mean, this could be menacing. The diversion play will come, and all of the members can stay in their lane and clear it out. And boom, one ulti, and all of the members will be in one position, creating a crazy havoc for Dakusena. I mean, look at that, and they will be saucing it up with a 1-1 as well to scale up for late game too. And we're gonna see a changey. I mean, changey will work as well, since it could be useful. I mean, with the curse of blood, so we're gonna see a deadly catch of the Bane as well. So I would like to you, Surya. I think IGN's draft is pretty good, but also, which draft do you think it might have a better chance winning this game again?
Well, both the drafts actually look good, but then again, it's IGN with a lot of macro into their hands. Like just like you mentioned, they have a chip as well as Louis, two macro skills coming into the scene, especially from the mid towards the late game. And what diversion, one shortcut can make the game or break the game. Because like at the same time, Absolute Dilemma needs to be careful because he might be the one getting mocked, so there's always this fear that will I be the next one who's getting ganged all of a sudden? And with that, ladies and gentlemen, here we are into the land of dawn. So I would like to ask you the same question. Which draft do you like more?
Yeah, definitely IGN's draft, because I'm a really huge fan of Alpha, to be honest. And I like to see the Alpha gameplay. So and looking at the draft, the Louis and the chip combination could be fatal for Dakusena, unless they use the Curse of Blood properly, and there is a proper follow up by the deadly catch, that is the Bane and the ulti of the Chenji. And so that could be an answer to that diversion plays that might come from IGN. So I will be waiting to see how it goes for both of the teams.
I mean, true, and which?
He is
Okay.
looking in trouble, but it will be the changey going in with the flicker and make sure that he doesn't survive of the situation. And look at that, the 1-1 will be a little bit low in HP, and like we said, oi, look at that, Lucas in pretty low HP, and Bane will make sure that he goes down. Despite of the fact Hilda was low too, but she will be healing herself with her passive, because she will just go inside the bush, and boom, her HP is back. And look at that, the clash going in the goal laner. Sometimes it's up and down. Sometimes the Harriet is winning. Sometimes the 1-1 is winning. And look at that. This might be a fight anytime soon, because they are brewing it for the turtle, I think.
I mean, true, and at the same time, Harit has gone in for the flicker. His flicker was kind of even forced out from him, and I was thinking that Harit might go in for our vengeance, but he has just decided to flicker away when, if by mistake he just pops off the ult from a 1-1. And with that, the turtle already getting started, and I do not see IGN actually competing for it. Petroculus will be taking it pretty easily. And with that, not much is happening, although I do see Dakusena performing pretty well with the picks they have right now. Two kills onto their roster. They definitely have a slight goal lead, which will just be increasing unless IGN just decides to make a gameplay. Because right now, Loi as well as Kimmy will just become level 4, and then that's when we start seeing those diversion as well as those shortcuts.
That's right. And look at the clash in XP lane. I mean, the Lucas, I think the anti has mastered the Lucas pretty well. Oh, are we going to see a diversion play? They are hiding in that bush to, I think, catch someone. This will be a peekaboo moment anytime soon, because the changey is being careful and waiting for the Carmilla to clear it out. But look at the damage, and the Spear of Alpha will make sure that she goes down. And Hilda, there is nothing much she can do. And Avenger Assemble has been opened up, and everyone is in the lane. But Hilda, with the mobility, will back off, as well as the change. They didn't even participated in the fight, but they can back off from the fight. Meanwhile, look at the Bane trying to take out some gold for himself.
True, and at the same time, Hilda is way too far away from a lane. Maybe they're just planning to change the lane, swap the lane. Who knows? And with that, I think Anti right now needs some equipments before he can actually be kind of useful in those team fights because he's kind of squishy, especially cannot compete against an early game Hilla, and she has just gone in for the brute force right from the beginning. And when the anti's damage isn't enough right now, same goes for the Carmilla going in for the brute force. They do not want damage coming in from the Alpha as well. And with that, Harith might be someone you need to gank because he can scale out pretty well towards the late game, and at the same time, you actually want to give him some space, some zone for dishing out that damage and getting that gold.
That's right, that's right. Both of the look at the divergent play, but no, they will not come back. That was a distraction. But look at that, the Lucas. Oh, someone is there. Jeep will come with the portal, and yeah, he have the ultimate to open it up so that everyone can stack up there. But yeah, they are cooking it for a turtle, and yeah, Alpha is trying to get involved in the fight this time, not trying to miss. But perfect retry coming in, firm respect. There comes the spear of Alpha. Will make sure the Hilda goes down. But look at the scared breeze. That is the he will be popping that ultimate and will hit the explosion to the changey, but it will barely do any kind of damage. But yeah, we might gonna see a spike in the late game.
Anti in both the games did an amazing job if you do see. Okay, hi, that's a looking low.
Ooh, look at that. The Alpha is trying to melt out that Haitatsu, but yeah, he will be moving in and out. And look at the 1-1 trying to get some, trying to pop out the crossbow. But she will be taken down instead by the Chenji. And Kimi was too deep, and the Jaman force will make sure he will get melted. But look at that, a ulti of the Chenji trying to melt out Witch as well. Witch is trying to be so aggressive, and he is not backing off. He is just throwing this first skill, second skill, and look at that. The change is in trouble, and he did baited out the changes flicker to use aggressively, and it will be the respect who will be utilizing the fact and getting her killed.
There was way too overextension coming from Chang'e. I know you were greedy for that kill, for that last hit onto a Luoi, but when your second skill is kind of exhausted, the damage isn't enough. You shouldn't follow up like that, especially chasing a Luoi who can just use that yin yang combo and get a lot of shield all stacked up. And of course, following it up with a flicker without your second skill, what were you planning?
Oh, look at the ulti again coming in to clear up the wave, it seems. But no, the scratches on the members of the IGN will be extremely low, and they are pretty looking pretty healthy for another fight. But yeah, the turtle is brewing in 17 seconds. So yeah, let's see if we're gonna see another diversion play or any kind of portal play that might come from Louis or the Chip, because it's always an exciting thing to see, because these two heroes have really cool abilities to experience, and we're gonna see some clash in the mid lane. But look at that, the wage will be taken down by the three people, so it's a 4v5 fight for the turtle anytime soon, and it might be respect who is backing off for the situation. But yo, are we gonna see a fight? Oh, he did came with a spear of alpha, but the Bane will make sure the turtle goes into their hand only, and yeah, he will succeed into it. So yeah, it's better to back off. But look at the portal came on, and the scared sacred beast has been popped, and look at the yin and yang combo trying to deal some damage into the fight, but not enough because they are looking pretty healthy. And yeah, Kimi will be taken down in the fight as well as the turtle. So yeah, IGN have to play a little bit more safe and have to land some more decent combos, to be honest.
True, and I think Anti is doing an amazing job because every time you see him, especially in the turtle before this one, he's always going in for absolute cinema and he's going in for the mage and not letting Bright as well as absolute cinema join those team fights, and that's what's expected from an EXP laner, and that's what Lucas is best at doing, at to control onto his hands. It is really really annoying. But at the same time, even one member down right before the turtle, that's not something you want. Takusena actually doing a great job in this game. Patroclus with zero deaths. Like he did manage to get that turtle. And at the same time, Kimi getting stunned. Will be using up that
Ooh,
flicker.
the deadly
Okay.
catch. Okay, not a fight it seems, but yeah, deadly catch and some ultis has been popped out. But yeah, they will be backing off to safety. And yeah, like you're saying, the Lucas is targeting the backline because he knows the scaling of the Herod is pretty scary in the late game. And yeah, he is trying to stop it at any cost, and that's a great call. Like we saw in the late game also, he was targeting the backline. That is the Granger, and look at that, the the chip going in with a portal, and there comes the Avenger Assemble. But Jaman Force will make sure the Kimi goes down. There comes the Lucas, will take out Absolute Cinema, and there goes the deadly catch right into Respect. He is the one man standing, but there goes the Spear of Alpha. Will make sure he will get two kills, but it will be the 1-1 who will be taken out the shutdown into the Bane, and with that, she will be getting out of the situation. So 2-for-2 trade for both of the team. What a great fight!
True, it was a great fight. At the same time, the casualties definitely because that curse of blood connected along with the yin yang combo, a lot of damage being soaked up by the front laners, and that's what Loi as well as Aaron kind of capitalized on because they did not have anything left with them to stop the 1-1, nothing to take down the Loi. And the rest of the team sacrificed for it. So yeah, like they really wanted that turret, what can I say? And with that, both the teams actually doing okay right now. The macro also looks like the turrets are kind of equal too. And I think the Carmilla, especially is doing a great job along with Anti, two of the main key points which can actually break those team fights. And as the game goes by, Changi's ultimate is kind of low on CD. She can actually spam it away. And right now, the first lot of the game is kind of up. So, who do you think will get this lot, Justin?
Yo, look at the teleportation of the Kimi. They try to came to catch the Jazz, but 1-1 is trying to lock her crossbow. There comes the Jaman Force, got wasted, but crossbow will hit the markers, and she will be bursting out Absolute Cinema. And this is a 5v4 for both of the teams. Sacred Beast is trying to run out of it, but look at the AoE and the sustain of Lucas. But the deadly catch will make sure that he will be taken down, as well as three other members. Look at that. It is the Respect who is the last man standing, but Ben, the Patroclus coming in with the Maniac, and this is looking like an easy lord for Dakusena at this point.
I mean, true, that's what I said. One curse of blood can entirely change the game, and locking down onto the Carmela is one of the best decisions Dakusena could actually go for. Like, 1-1, of course, is really, really good when pitted against a Harit because, she can just use up her ultimate. So maybe Harit might go in for the Winter Crown, especially when he's getting soloed by the 1-1 right there. But then again, the curse of blood, along with so much tankiness in the hands of Dakusena, he cannot take down the squishies, and that's what they're facing right now. Complete wipe out IG and first lot taken away. It will be an easy defend, but then again, they will surely be losing at least one turret.
Yeah, I mean they have loosened our turret. That's the Harid they have taken down. But yeah, the Lord is marching from the mid lane. There comes the ulti of the Changey trying to make the people low before the Lord marches. And yo, that one minion will take out the passive of the turret, which could be huge for Dakusena because they might find a loophole to break any one of the inhibitor, which will help them eventually by the late game. And look at that, the Lord is marching and it is looking pretty healthy. And IGN trying to save their turret passive, and they are holding the Lord in the middle. So yeah, so far they are pretty decent plays coming in from both of the teams. But look at Anti trying to zone out them. But yeah, they are pretty good plays.
I mean, true, at the same time, the Lord kind of marched down from the mid lane, and then again, the lane saying coming from the side of Dakusena was not that great because, like, definitely the tier 2 from the tower, from the bot lane could also have been taken down if they were synced perfectly. But look at Kimi getting assaulted.
Ooh, he was pretty low, but Deadly Catch will be missing out by a little bit of HP. But look at the Lucas trying to come back and forth, deal some damage. But yeah, it will be the Harith who will take out the turret. But he is not looking in great shape, but he will be using a defensive flicker to run out of the situation. And yeah, so far, decent performance coming in from Dakusena. They are, if they continue to make the lead. But look at that portal has been opened. Try to catch the Chenji, but it is the Carmilla is not in the fight, but still the four members are absolutely scaring them off. The Jaman Force has been popped, and along with the deadly catch will make sure three of the member have to take it down. Changing with the killing spree is the witch trying to hit the yin yang combination, but it's not enough because they are tanky with the Hilda along with the Herald second skill, the passive to be honest. And look at the Respect coming in with the Spear of Alpha using the Winter Crown
Oh,
take out the Harrowed in the situation, but yeah, Dakusena is ready to give an answer to that Winter Crown, and they will take him down along with the base with him.
who would have fight? Dakusina showing us this comeback they really needed. I mean, like in this game, they really utilized the front laners they had. They did not allow Anti to get that snowball, to get that control, even though he was doing pretty well. They knew when to disengage, especially the squishy Chunga with a lot of movement speed. Same goes for the Bane. Like he has a lot of control with the deadly catch. He was disrupting a lot of movements which are coming from the side of Team IGN because they did have the Louis, they did have the chip, but they had those perfect counters with the deadly catch and also the curse of blood, the damage being absolutely insane as it multiplied all over. And like with that small snowball with a small lead, they just kind of forced it through.
Just right. It's always the fun. It's always fun that both of the teams are showing their dominance. And yeah, after the first win of IG and Dakusena are showing that we have some draft that you can't counter with the Chip and Louis division as well, because it was the Carmilla who have disrupted their team fight comps, as well as the Bane's ultimate. With look at the KDA, it's 917, which did make sure that the end of damage is being used in the team. And yeah, the also the blood crust of blood was absolutely annoying as well, because it has the stun along with the link, which was accumulating all the damage and making sure that one by one all the members of IGN goes down. And with this, let's see if the other match, that is the third match, any comeback we might get see from IGN as well. So for so far, it is a 1-for-1 score for both of the teams. And with this, we are moving towards the third match draft already, guys. And this is Mobile Legends Odisha series, and this is the knockout, the double elimination, a best of five match between Dakusena versus IGN. This is me, Jay for Justin, and along with me, Asuya will be casting today. And hello, Asuya. We're gonna see another match. So, what do you think? If will IGN will have a better chance winning this game, or it will be Dagosana again?
Well, oh, I really do not know. Both the teams are pretty good, and at the same time, this time we do have our Dakusina once again with the first pick. So anything can happen because it is the best of five, and teams generally test it out towards the early game because there is not much pressure. And as the pressure kind of builds up with the rest of the matches, they start to play it more serious. So with that, um, let's just move on to the draft phase once again. We do see the same bans happening over and over, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, but this time we can see a Hilda ban coming in from Taco Sena. I mean, yeah, it was banned before also, I believe. No, it was picked one match, but yeah, it will be banned this time. But also the Jukshin, which is like she is not getting a chance to perform in the battlefield, because yeah, she is getting banned again and again. She is not getting a chance to show her utility by throwing away those tanky tanks and keeping the backliners in a vulnerable position. And also the Matilda, because we all know the circling eagle is absolutely menaced, because it does goes to the backliner and try to catches her, as well as it could be useful. The gilded wings could be useful to save out your dying teammates as well. So yeah, so far decent draw coming in both of the teams, as well as the Hayabusa. It seems like Hayabusa is getting banned every single game. What you want to say about that?
True. And wait a sec. Actually, I'm okay. The ban, especially with the Hayabusa Dakusina banning out an assassin, I think he's one of the best. One of the good assassins right there who can dive behind the lines, go into the back lanes, take the squishies down, and he just needs that snowball ganking towards the goal and even the mid lane and take up that goal to his name. And with that, we do see Haitatsu showing up a Nana, but of course, it will be absolute cinema once again onto the Granger.
That's right. Oh, are we gonna see a Akai? But Granger will be locked down instantly by Absolute Cinema. But yeah, there you go again. Andy with the Lucas again for the third time. But this will be the Suyu that will be picked by the Respect, it seems, this time. And yeah, it will be an amazing fight to watch, because both of three of the heroes are absolutely meta at this scenario. And like we're seeing, Andy is the one that likes to go dive to the back line in the crucial team fights, and I hope Dakusena will notice it out and try to do something about it. But there you go, we're gonna see a Valentina pick coming in from the Bright. So yeah, they might not be picking any kind of ulti best heroes that she will have a better time copying it. Like we saw in the first game that it was the witch who was copying the Hylos ultimate, and it was absolutely, it was working out for them because yeah, it was surely slowing the members of the Dagosuna down in the games. And we get to see uh alpha pick coming in from Petrocolas, that is the Dakusena side this time, because yeah, they want to show team IGN that we can make it too. We will show you that how it's done with the alpha. Oh, it will be the Novaria that will be locked by Witch. Like we saw, Witch is absolutely good with the Novaria pick. So yeah, let's see if it will be a hype match to see those snipes.
I mean, true, and mostly, like she does have damage, especially with scales up from the mid towards the late. Those meteor strikes can strike down a lot of people. And the biggest utility of a Novaria being the ultimate she casts, revealing people from the bushes. And we did see in the last game there were a lot of, hidden mechanics, a lot of ambushes going on left and right. So maybe it just, want to help out with getting respect the snowball because she's really good at making the HP of the enemies pretty low. And with that, respect can just jump in, take the low HP down, and even go, just dive re-engage, disengage pretty easily because he has a lot of mobility. And with that, I really love the pick coming from both sides right now. Bright countering out Anti because the cooldown from Valentina's ultimate is pretty low. She can actually spam out if she's able to take down Lucas's ult. Same time, Alpha against Suyo is one of the best teams, best heroes you can pit up against. Both of them being really, really sustainable in the early game. Both of them being the fighter junglers can go on head to head. At the same time, the best part about Asuyo though is the way he can steal up the neutral objectives, just go in with second skill and use the retribution. You wouldn't even know who stole it, how was it gotten stolen. And with that I really love the bans coming in. Irithel, Justin.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, finally Irithel did got the respect she deserved, and she did got banned. And also the Harith, like we all know, Harith is pretty strong, and yeah, he will be getting banned. And also in the last game, Harith was the one who was dealing a lot of damage, and yeah, he will be getting banned this match though. But we gonna see two snipers again. These two heroes, I mean, this Witch and Aaron is absolutely crazy with these two heroes. I have seen them perform, and they're snipers. If someone miss, and the other one will never miss with the Renin or the meteor shot. So it will be absolutely cinema to watch these two perform though. And again, from the side of Dakusena, we're gonna see a Phobius pick coming in. So yeah, the Infernal Pursuit could be a tanky explainer, could be a very useful in the fight as well.
I'm doing right now. Like that's so locking down onto a Khalid. The early game menace has a lot of damage, has a lot of sustain, and has an absolutely insane mobility. Can do well in any of the roles, being the flex pick right there. And this is definitely the roamer at this point. So yeah, a lot of freedom of movement coming on the side of Team Dakusina right now. Valentina with a lot of dashes, and Hitatsu, of course, this man will be sandwalking it away from the top towards the board. And of course, Phobius being a good pick once again because he can sustain quite a lot, especially towards the late game. And considering how much how much he is gonna dash, his passive will be propped up pretty often. So he will be able to provide a lot of zone, provide a lot of utility to the team, and provide that window absolute cinema needs to dish out the damage. Because there are four early game in their hands right now, Justin.
That's right. I mean, we gotta see Kimi going in with the Guinevere pick again. Like we saw, he is pretty good with it, and yeah, it was a hype match to watch this Kimi perform in the NSC Cup. But yeah, let we are we gonna see Kimi perform the same in this match or not? Are we gonna see some crazy jumps coming in from the Guinevere? Along with it, I really like the draft of IGN again this match. So yeah, I would like to ask you, Asuya, which draft do you think might have a better chance in this game?
Well, like both the drafts, just hands down to the execution. At the same time, I think Guinevere will be the key point here, especially towards the early game. Depends on how good she's able to control the map, control which feel considering it will be pretty hard. There is a lot of early game, a lot of sustain in the hands of the Dakusena right now. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on to the land of Dawn, I think we will be, me and Justin will be signing out, and it will be Debbie as well as Ash who will be taking it over. So are you guys here?
Thank you so much, Asuya, for that welcome was too good. And here we
Mhm.
are, guys, in the MLOS season one for the double elimination round, day number 3. LCF, sorry, Daku Sena versus Team IGN is going right now, and the score is 1-1. The score is tied right now, and both of the teams' draft is looking too good. And thank you, Asuya and Justin, for giving the head. And right now we are here in your casting deck. It's your boy Asteezy with my fellow caster over there, Debbie. Hello, Debbie. How are you? Good evening.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to be back here right into this game. I feel like this game is gonna be a bit of a serious game because, like you mentioned, it's 1-1, and both of the teams would not like to throw even one game because this is a series that will be deciding their fate into this tournament as well. So we have to see how the matchup are gonna work out. But respect, just try to dive into that bot lane right there.
Obviously, and there you go. The fight has already been beginning about there, and you, my goodness, the first blood will be in the hand of Phobius right now. What a way to take that first blood. This is that style, man. Taking the first blood of this match. This is what you can say that two of the top teams of India right now fighting with each other to have a place, to have a fight with 1D Legacy. Then they will be fighting with the LCF guys for the lower bracket finals, and then we are going to see the grand finale of MLOS for sure in this season one. So much drama since the start, and right now we are in the verge of end. And there you go, Lucas going against the Phobias, the Jazz over there, Hitatsu, and there you go at a very less HP. Will he manage to escape? Obviously, going for escape, and inside the turret, will they go for it? No. And look at that Gwynny, the roam. Asuya was talking about that Kimi's Gwynny will be the key point of this match. Debbie, what do you think?
Absolutely right, because the species that's going to come out from the side of IGN is supposed to be dependent on the spatial migration from Kimi, and we have seen Kimi on the Universe as well, and very performing so well on it on the heroes as well. The targeting as well, but I kept just driving into that mid side.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Phobius and Suyu will be taking the turtle down, and look at that. Phobius will be getting down by Suyu. This is what we call, the drama has already been begin over there. The 5-man are going against the, oh my goodness, look at that. Gwynny will be taking that alpha over, and at the very less HP. Will he manage to escape? Obviously, getting the sand guard is open right now. Hitatsu has already been raised in. And Kimi, look at that. Oh my goodness, that stun over there. And will be managing to retreat. No fatalities more over there. And Debbie, right now, the two best teams are fighting with each other. What your, what do you want to say? That the score is level, 1-1. Whom do you think gonna win? Because Asuya did say that it's Kimi's Gwynny who gonna do all those shit in this match. What do you think? Who gonna win?
Yeah, absolutely right. Kimi, they are dependent on Kimi to make the sets and basically the Roma, so you have to be careful right there because NT at that on the Lucas doesn't have that much of a CC they require. He's much more of a droner. He is there to zone the others out, to zone the DPS out, and be there to soak in so much damage. But the calls is dependent on that Kimi right there on that Guinevere with the spatial migration as well as the violet recon that can stun the enemies, knock them airborne, and maybe their IGN can throw up as well because knowing Navarre, he doesn't have that much of a damage. It's an HP base damage for that Astral Echo as
Ooh.
well. So
Oh
we
my
have to be
goodness.
careful. But oh, Haitatsu was taken very low. That's a miss of
Yep,
that Echo
yep.
right there.
Yeah, there you go. There are Alpha Spear didn't connect anyone over there. And look at that. The spatial migration will be coming out from Kimi. The easy way to retreat from that place right now. The both teams are right now playing very defensive. It's a third set. Obviously, you want to win. Whoever wins, will have a lead right now. The turtle fight already been started at the turtle section. Let's see who wanna take this turtle because Suyu already have an hand on the turtle and the fight. already begin. Phobius going for that raising sandstorm. Without raising sandstorm, Alpha will be taking down the turtle. Will be going to the IGN, and look at that Phobius again going against that Novaria. Novaria going to escape or not? Let's see. Oh my goodness, easy escape for Novaria. So much damage coming from the Suyu right now. Respect is at the moment. And the POD will be added to the section of the MM of IGN.
Absolutely well right there, because there's our Randy Creator just pick up that and be so very that's vital migration onto Kaitatsu right there. Is gonna fall eventually into the hands of Aaron right there. But talking about the build, right? He had gotten that bit of this base so early, so safe to say he's coming online very earlier than the Granger right there.
Ooh, look at that damage coming from the Lucas over there. Obviously, I mean, Absolute Cinema going to split push on the top lane. The Beatrix is going for the rescue. And let's see, the blue buff is right now going from the hand of Team Daaku Sena. Somehow I can say Team IGN is right now having an upper hand in this match. Obviously, they have one set right now. But this match is going to be interesting, because whoever wins will have an upper hand in the sets. Because it's the third set, guys. Will we gonna see the fifth set, or it will be ending at the fourth set? We will be knowing after this match only. But the fight currently, I mean, both of the teams are trying their best to win this match. And look at that damage. The Death Sonata connecting on the Lucas, giving a lot of damage to him. Hitatsu trying to poke over there. But Kimi, as Debbie said, that Kimi gonna use her spatial migration to zone out all the enemies from the bush. Even they got the Novaria, Debbie.
Absolutely, that's built-in CCTV, because the Novaria has all the skills available for her to give that. Anti trouble, but he has to pick it away right there. Novaria and the picture again.
Okay, oh my goodness. Easily, Absolute Cinema. Well, Rising Sandstorm connecting on two people. The fight has already begun. And look at that Suyu giving so much damage. The Sand Guard is on. Let's see what will happen. But Suyu, I mean, Lucas will be taking down there and will be going down also, because the Alpha Pure will be connecting on him, and so much damage, bro. And look at that. Oh my goodness, the flicker on, but Valentina will be taking the kill off H over there. And look at that Zaz right now onto the fight, onto that Aaron. Aaron, will he manage to escape? Obviously, I mean, at a very less HP, will not going to fight right now. This is a very nice start. I mean, both of the teams are right now fighting each other, but look at that. The mid lane turret is at the push with the special migration. Connecting over that Granger, will be taking down that Granger inside the turret. That was a very advanced move coming from DS. Absolute Cinema.
Yeah.
We all know Absolute Cinema is a great player, but sometimes he do some little bit spooky mistakes, which cost him a lot.
Yeah, absolutely right. But you see, this kind of team fight is completely needed for the Crusader right there. They need the objective, because so far, looking at the goal lead, it's actually going on to the hands of IGN right now. But objective-wise, it's actually the Crusader having that lead because of that bot lane. Seeing, Absolute Cinema is trying to split plays just a little bit in order to have that power spike that he needed. But that's also another interesting build he took right there. The starting of that. Kimi, that's falling down into the hands of Jazz right there, out of the picture. Oh my goodness.
Obviously, that was a great one for Jazz. And look at that. Jazz is right now at a very bad position. And look at that. Lucas already been giving the ult to Jazz. And the blue bob will be going out of the hand of Team IGN right now. And look at that damage coming from Hitatsu. Hitatsu is on right now. And Hitatsu is a great roamer. I mean, he has literally proved himself throughout the tournament that he's doing great at his job. But about the Greenie pick, guys, today in the afternoon, I saw in the Snapdragon series that Homeboys picked their Greenie against a Suyu, and it was too great. I mean, I was looking after the match literally gone to the hand of Homeboys because of that Greenie. But right now, the Greenie is in the hand of IGN. I mean, this is something. We were talking about that Greenie from the beginning, and she is able to zone out with the special migration and even taking the kill of the backliners Granger. And look at that, the fight is already begun over there. The Death Sonata did connect, giving so much damage, but they will not be engaging over there. The Lord has been appearing into the line of dawn. The Lord is getting so much damage from the DS. DS is going to take this Lord or not. Let's see what will happen. The victory will be taking down that Lord by, I mean, goodness, DS will be taking the Lord, and so much damage is coming onto the anti. Anti at a very less HP. The special migration with the Queen is ult will be connecting over there, and there you go. It's a killing spree for the Alpha. And look at that shutdown from Aaron. Aaron literally is on right now, getting the double kill over there. The Lord will be taken down easily, Debbie.
Yep, absolutely amazing team fights they are happening right now. Looking at the team fights, they are also, I mean, there's a trade of events all of the time. It was into the favor of Darkus, and then again, that team fight just fall into the hands of IGN again. Because looking at Aaron right now, he did build up the BOD so early on, and now the Malefic gone as well. He's gonna have the range, he's gonna have the damage, and you know that when you see an aggressive flicker coming out from the Beatrix, he knows that he got the damage going on for him. He can kill the enemies, whoever's in the front line. So they have. Darkus and I have to answer this. They do want to go for the backlines who wants the focus onto that Beatrix. They have to be careful on how he's dealing the damage. They cannot frontline at this time. Even Jazz will be taken very low, and you know most of the time the displacement coming out from him as well might not even catch Iran again. So in order to have this, they need that sandstorm, the raging sandstorm, to be available for them most of the time in order to disable the Beatrix.
Oh my goodness. I mean, there is a little bit misconception in Absolute Cinema's damage, I can say. I mean, he not got the damage. Right now, Aaron has, I mean, you can see that the difference between Aaron and Absolute Cinema right now. In the build section also, the build section is on, Debbie. What do you want to say on that? I mean, can you just analysis, I mean, make a quick analysis on the Granger? But there you go, the Raising Sandstorm.
Oh,
And I mean, Absolute Cinema will be falling down. Luke is giving so much damage. Oh my goodness, it's a double kill for the Suyu, and Phobius will
oh my!
getting down over there. That's what a very less HP. The stand guard is on, giving so much damage. Quicker
Oh.
pop up, and he will be managing to retreat over there. But the second tier of the top lane turret will be getting down over there, and I mean, they are going for the inhibitors. The IGN are just right now cooking this match, but we were talking about the analysis. Debbie, can you just make a quick analysis on the item section? Please show me the item section, and we will make a quick analysis on the two MMs, I mean, items.
Yeah, the sustain coming out from the Beatrix for that task of being built up might be enough for her to sustain even with the raising sandstorm being connecting onto her, right? And you know, the Granger Absolute Cinema did build up that Skyfacer very early on, but now he's still, I mean, in a good position to just try to look for the kill because he built out two of that important items for Granger. It's actually that Sea Halberd as well as the Hunter Strike. That's gonna give him a bit of a damage he requires in order to have the kills that he needs in order to stack that Skyfisher as well. But looking at Aaron right now, he's the one on the lead and he has so much damage and the sustain as well.
Yep. And there you go. I mean, Hitatsu got caught, but there you go. Hitatsu will be getting down by the Beatrix. Aaron is on. Luke is taking down the Absolute Cinema over there. So much damage coming from
Oh,
the Alpha. Guinevere will be taking the Alpha over there. And there you go. Zaz is a very bad position and will be unstoppable for the Aaron. Aaron is on. The 5-man is gone. It's a clear wipeout for a team. I mean, Daku Sena. The IGN is for racing towards the mid lane turret. The minions are out of the Land of Dawn right now. 4 hits to the base, and it will be the match for IGN. Is the scores are right now in the upper hand with 2-1 lead. I mean, it's a lead for IGN, obviously. It's a 2-1 score, guys, and IGN got the lead right now. From the tide, they made the lead. And this is what we know IGN for. I mean, they are literally cooked this match in their hand. Previous one, though, Dakusena won. But this right now, they literally took the revenge, and this is the score is 2-1. The score on the board is 2-1, guys. We're going for the fourth set, and maybe this can be the last set, or we're gonna see one more set. We don't know about it, but let's see what will happen. And we will be taking a short break before starting the next match. Please wait, don't go anywhere. Stay tuned with us. Hit the subscribe button, like the stream, share the stream to your friends, comment in the stream about your favorite part. We'll be coming back soon. Yo, 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 we are back into the match right now for the IGN versus. Score is 2-1. IGN got 2 points in their hand, and Daku Sena has just have 1 point in their hand. In your casting deck, it's a boy STZ with my fellow caster over there, Debbie. Debbie, right now, the situation is too harsh for Daku Sena. I mean, this is the match. They're gonna play like a do or die. If they will
Yeah.
lose, they will be out from the tournament. So, what do you think? I mean, right now, what they should pick and what they should ban? I mean, the Guinea pick was the key point of the last match. Should they ban that Guinea right now?
Yeah, I feel like they should just go for respect bans because looking at I mean not the ban for respect but for target bans, respect bans. But looking at the because looking at the last games right there, we have seen how much of an amazing satire was Kimmy on that Guinevere as well. You know, most of the time it's not the meta that Guinevere has been in. He's just being utilized so well by the roamer from side of IZ and he's just doing so well. They might just try to target ban it or maybe pick up something that can literally counter the Guinevere right there. But looking at the bans right now, I've seen two assassins being banned away, the Hayabusa and the Joy. Most of the high two of the highest damage assassins that we've seen so far. So amazing onto that jungle as well, and the rotation and stuff. You know, they do need the equipments to dish out that damage they require, but you know, this is kind of like standard bans coming out from both of the teams. No respect bans just yet.
Yep, and right now they're going for the Jushin. They didn't went for that Gwynny. I mean, the Gwynny is open right now, so Kimmy can pick it. But Fanny is also open. So I
Oh,
mean,
oh,
it is cooking something. But there you go, Aaron this time with the Granger. I mean, previous one we saw Absolute Cinema didn't went well with the Granger, but right now Aaron with the Granger. So Irithel is open. You can go for the Irithel. Even Harith is open right now to counter this Granger. You can go with the Harith as well as the Irithel, but we all know that Absolute Cinema got that trick of Irithel with, he's a great Irithel player, so he can go for the Irithel, but we are seeing right now Patroclus picking the Suyu is opening that place for Gwynny in Timmy's side. I mean, Gwynny against Suyu will be walking a good way. I have seen today in the afternoon between Homeboys versus Evos. I mean, there that was when Gwynny got picked by Homeboys against this Suyu pick from Evos. So maybe we're gonna see another Gwynny pick coming from IGN. But there you go, Agato from the side of team DS right now. What do you think, Debbie?
the presence of the gutter actually made I get the Guinevere a little bit of a you know in a pickle because they might not go for it. They might just try to go for another hero that can literally be a menace, not just like Guinevere because we have seen it the penny is still available out for grabs, maybe they should still go for the penny because we have no respect. He's a good penny player, but we have seen him just going for the safe pick right there. And I thought that they may go for something like an experimental picks because you know they are they are 1 point ahead right now. They just want to go directly a serious mode. Looking at NT, he's picking up that tanky frontliners. That's the Hylos, and you know the situation between Hylos and Nagata Gata is that the Hylos is always gonna have that lead. He's always gonna have that um advantage against the Gato Gata because he can just disable him with the Ring of Punishment as well as the Law and all that because he can stun him as well and make him a non-victor at this one because but it's kind of a questionable a pick to see them not banning out the Hylos and picking out the Gato Gata so very early on for Dakusena.
Yeah, obviously. Right now they went for that CC ban, but the Hylos is going for the EXP, so I don't think a CC ban was needed here. Perhaps,
Mm.
Hylos is a flex pick, so perhaps they got that. They just fall into that trap of the draft. So let's see what Reach have in his hand right now. A Sicilian, obviously. How can we forget this man? The
Yep.
backline
Yep.
would have been very strong having this Sicilian in their hand with the
Mm.
Caramella eyes open. So obviously they want to not pick that Caramella because they already have two tanks in their team, Gatto as well as the Glue. But Sicilian is always a threat, guys, in the backline section. In the late game, he's a bigger threat to all the heroes, having those Sanguine Claws as well as the bat impacts on you, well, giving so much damage. Believe me, guys.
Oh, well, Dakusena, they pick up with the glue so early on. Maybe they can ban something that the glue is hard going up against, like the Vexena or the Faramis as well. Because you know, Rich, he's got a very, very wide hero pool, and he's been known to pick out the Vexena as well as the Faramis too, but they actually gonna go for that Phobias. I feel like Dakusena did really want to go for this glue, and picking up this early on might have given a chance for the side of IGN to pick up the counters, and it's possibly still available. Two of the counters that they are so popularly known for, the Vixen and the Faramis, are still up for grabs. Just counter to the win. Most of the time the glue is gonna have to be a little bit careful if there's a Vixen and the Faramis as well. So maybe the side of Aisin can just go for another mage ban or a marksman ban. Irita, maybe?
Yeah, maybe Rital, but they are
Oh,
going for
oh,
the
oh, oh.
Shangri. I mean, that
Okay.
was not in the least. But I mean, the draft has been played by IGN right now because 2EXP got banned,
Oh,
and so many mages are there, but Novaria this time going to be played by Bright. And this is
oh,
something we're gonna see right now from the DS side. They already picked that Novaria into their side right now. So who gonna counter this Novaria? A Paramis? No,
now
it's not a
Paramus is,
counter, but Paramis will be a great help in this match right now. I mean, the
yeah,
magic
absolutely.
damage as well as the
Yeah,
heal you're gonna
yeah,
provide. It will be a great one.
yeah,
Moscow.
absolutely right.
Absolute cinema with the Moscow guys. I mean, he had
Oh,
already been countered with the Fates Moscow. So right now, Absolute Cinema is going for the Moscow against Aaron Granger. Devi, this will be a great class, guys. Devi, what do you think? I'm gonna win this. I mean,
yeah, the
1v1 fight
tough.
in the gold section.
I feel like talking about the draft, it's actually IGN who have the lead because the golden matchup, the wider race is in the hands of the Granger as well. But you cannot forget Moscow because he is a late game monster, and if he have that well equipment, the farm, the spacing that he needs, they might possibly be able to enable him as well. But looking at the goal so very early on, Bitch is gonna pick something that counter him absolutely right, and it's gonna be the Faramis that he choose. There's a choice for the picking. There were two options actually, but it's not the life that the Faramis can provide. But just for the draft, I would say IGN have the better draft. But we have to see the rotation as well and how the execution also goes in this game.
Yep, and here we are in the land of dawn for the fourth set in the PO5 going right now with the two biggest teams of India, Daku Sena versus Team IGN. I mean, both of the teams are right now taking up their aggro, and this is the double elimination round. So whoever lose this match, not about IGN, but if Daku Sena is losing this match, they will be out of the tournament. So I mean, be careful, guys. This may be your last match. This is a do or die situation you are in right now. So let's hope for a comeback from Daku Sena in this match. So let's see what will happen. The lower bracket quarterfinal is going right now.
Oh, looking at the goalie matchup, oh my goodness, that's a good pass coming out from Absolute Cinema right there. He's just showing how he can deal with the Moscow, but that did mean oh.
The aggression has been already shown because the Alpha Spear will be taking down that Moscow in the goal lane with the help of Hylos. That was a pure cinema and pure aggression coming from Team IGN right now from the beginning. I mean, this is what we were giving for our net
Oh,
build, and there you go, one more kills for the Suyu, for the Patroclus. He's back, guys. I mean, the previous match, you do let him down, but right now he's back into the game. Patroclus is back, so beware, guys. He got his Suyu right now in his hand. So beware of that, guys. I mean, you are obviously IGN, but Patroclus is not more than anything. I mean, he's a great jungler.
yeah, but he's. I mean, most of the time, I feel like he's more comfortable on the heroes like Sia, not the Alpha. So maybe we have seen the proof into that previous game as well. But looking at the turtle setup right now, it's actually Brian who was taking in the turtle with that star
What
sector
happened there?
right there.
I
Well, there
mean,
was a
maybe
kind of a miscommunication,
yep,
maybe
yep,
possibly.
lol. Oh, yep, yeah, that was a nice one. I mean, they didn't use his ulti, I mean, retreat,
Yeah.
and easily it got in the hand of Bright. And there you go, the red buff already been done, and Aaron is right now having some good wave of minions in his lane. And there you go, one more
Oh,
target on that. Moscow, Bright. Oh my goodness, is there, but will not helping that Moscow over there. An absolute cinema is falling down there. Zaz for the rescue. Let's see what will happen. Suyu is there. Patroclus will having no damage on them because they are retreating back.
yeah, absolutely. Good canvas is coming off, and the rotation coming off on Witch as well, right? And the timing of that Nether Realms just being caught with the way of the that Witch taken very low.
Oh my goodness, look at that. Easy kill for Zaz right now. Onto the
Mhm.
Breach. Okay, Breach was there, but right now Breach fall for 2 times. And there you go, Suyu is there. Patroclus is giving some shots from behind. But I can say one thing. I've been seeing from like 5 days. Same plan is going against daaku sena. They are going for their MM. Absolute Cinema
Yeah, yeah.
should beware of this thing. Always, any team, they are going to gank on the MM lane, and daaku sena are not helping their MM. And they are
Yep,
falling behind
absolutely.
for this reason.
Yeah. And nice viewpoint at that point because I've seen it too. Because looking at Absolute Cinema, he's just being so targeted most of the time with any teams they are going against. He's just alone most of the time and soloing the lane when there's a gang coming on so much from the other team and the opponent team. And oh, and to taken very low.
Well, look at that. So much damage coming for that anti by Zaz, but anti will be forcingly using his ult to go back. But there you go. One more time. Absolute Cinema will be falling down. The Alpha Spear will be connecting on
Yeah.
Hitatsu. Hitatsu going for the retreat by using the AOG. A easy retreat for Hitatsu, but so many resources have been burned down. And look at that turtle fight has already begun. Let's see who's gonna take it. Oh my goodness, Hitatsu is back in the track, and they are going for the fight. Suyu will be taking the turtle. Patroclus will be taking down that Alpha before that alt cast. And look at that. Oh my goodness. Bright will be taking down Rach over there. That was a nice trade for team daaku sena. It was a 2-for-2 trade. And the turtle also got in the hand of team daaku sena. That was a great gang.
Mm-hmm. An absolute clapback coming out from Jeffrey Sena because we've seen IGN was just coming out on top most of the time in the team fight as well. But looking at the builds right there, yep, the Granger R&D go for the right build we were talking about. The Hunter Strike, oh, the Glorious Pathway.
Oh, managed to get back into the track over there, and the flicker and Absolute Cinema again will be popping
Oh
off
my goodness.
from the Land of Dawn. So much feeding right now from his side. The MM gap we can see from that lane, and look at that. Zaz and Respect is having some fun time at the EXP lane, but there you go. We are talking about it, and the anti is right now for raising onto their AOG will be used for retreating back at a very less HP. Look at that Bright. The bright side will be we're looking at a very nice way from this way. I mean, look at Zaz entering into the team fight. So much damage coming for. Oh my goodness! It will be a shutdown. It will be a killing spree for Suyu because they will be taking on Kimi very easily. And the mid lane turret at a push.
Oh, right now, what's Taitetsu? He's just fighting two people at the same time right there. He's gonna be falling down to the hands of the Granger Errant creature at the moment. But nice us onto that marksman finally, I would say. But if they rotated a little bit early on, they would have been having a better time. I mean, Absolute Cinema would have been a better zone just brawling against around the creator because looking at the rotation, right? It was a Witch and Kimi just arriving faster than a Bright, and they are just giving him the lead right now, and they are taking that lead and grasping it, and now they are enabling their Granger much more than the Moscow.
Okay, the zone out has been done. The alt has been on. The neutral
Oh,
objective fight will be going right now. Again, the neutral objective is going into the hand of Patroclus, and AOG will be connecting no one over there. The Black Dragon emerged, but it will not getting any fatalities. But they are going for Hitatsu. Hitatsu will be getting back into the track. And there you go. So much drama. Alpha Spear connecting no one. Alpha at a very bad position. Will be getting some turret damage, and it will be a shutdown for the Alpha. Patroclus is giving so much damage. At the very late HP right now, 3 members of IGM will be getting back. DS are literally pushing their limits right now. The score is same.
mm, that's a 7-7 score and the goal lead as well. So this is a kind of a 50-50 games that we've seen so far, but the Dakusena actually are the one who got that turtles 2 times in a row. And I wanna shout out to Protocols as well because we have seen him. We haven't seen him popped up into that alpha, but he's now looking so in a good position onto that Suya right now because he's in a KDF 4-0, and I feel like he's gonna be popping up a lot more if given the right choices of the hero as well. But it says just diving in into Vitz again.
Ooh. Zaz right now sitting on that mage, and there you go. It's a shutdown for the Granger. That was a nice kill. So much damage coming from Suyu right now, Patroclus. I mean, he's back, guys,
Oh,
giving so much damage to Reach over there. And look at that split push coming from Absolute Cinema. I mean, he literally look after that. But there you go. The fight is on in the mid lane section. Will be taking on the anti at a very less HP. Oh my goodness, look at that. Right now,
oh,
taking on the anti over there, and the hook, the AOG will be connecting two people. Zaz will be getting back into the track. Will no no vitalities from the side of Team IGN right now.
yeah, absolutely good skirmish is coming out from Daku Sena right there. Butterclaw does have the damage that he required now, and he can maneuver around the map as well as he wants to, and just give Absolute Cinema the ability to just go for the macro picks. He needs the farm up because he's so behind at this point, 1 game behind, and now he can have the lead if he does the split pushing and the minions that he needed, and he can come online when he's got 3 items going on to him, and maybe he is actually the win condition for the team as well. But looking at the position of Dakusena right now, they are looking very great, just looking for another neutral objective again.
Obviously, the Lord dance has already begun from the side of DS. Look at that. Black Dragon Emmers. The team fight will be going on. I mean, they are into that team fight section. Look at that Black Dragon going inside the turret in the mid lane. Will be taking
Oh,
down that Novaria. It's unstoppable for Suyu, but they took that Bright with him. That's what we call anti. I mean, he's that much experienced player in the EXP lane, experience lane. So experienced player. You just
yep.
salute him, guys. I mean, there is respect, but we cannot forget Anti's role in this match. And look at that. I mean, Vich is having a mage gap right now. I mean, they could have gone for some explosive damage. Vala mage, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. So they are just looking for the counter for that glue. Possibly I would have liked the Vexana better, but he might have something up on his sleeve because why I was thinking of the Vexana because they have that frontliner they require with the Alpha with anti on that Yuzong as well as the Hylos. Because Hylos can soak up any kind of damage, but
Ooh.
that's a Spear of Alpha.
And Spear of Alpha will not connect anyone because he's using to retreat there, but Lord will be going out for the DS. And look at that AOG. Will be not connecting anyone, but AOG right now. I mean, Gato will be taken down by, oh my goodness, 2 down. And monster kill for Patroclus. Patroclus at a very bad position. Jaj, so much damage on Jaj by double kill for Aaron. And they are going on to Patroclus. Patroclus at a very less HP wants to get back into the track. He will be retreating back to his lane. The Lord is emerging right now from the top side. Debbie, what do you think? Will they manage to defend this non-luminous Lord?
That's a very weak lane clearing abilities that they have on the side of Aizen because Granger is not known for taking down neutral objective. He's known for dealing the damage with the stacks coming out from the Capriccio as well. But they might have a chance because they did take down one of the members for the side. Two of the members for the side of Atakusena right there. They could have they could have a chance to take out the mid lane inhibitor or even two of the turrets as well. But they did fall out a little bit in their chances right now looking into this also. Pacheco is gonna have a really good time because he's got that penetration, 2 penetrations as well as the movement speed and the true damage that's gonna come off of War Eggs as well. He's gonna have a good time bursting down the 10k frontliners as well. Kimi has to be careful on how he sets as well because looking at the growth powers that we've been committing, it's just so defensively. They do not have the burst damage that we are looking for, but now the blue buff will be in jeopardy again.
If we ignore the objectives, neutral objectives, and the turrets, we can say one thing right now that the score is same. But the goal lead
Yeah.
is like 2k from the side of DS. But the score from the beginning is right like Same 7-7 we saw. Right now it's 11-11.
Yep.
So both of the teams are trying their best, but look at that anti over there using the emerged dragon. Black dragon is emerging right now over there and will be getting back because getting so much damage from, oh my goodness, AOG will be not connecting with anyone. The ult has been on by High Loss. They're going for the fight is on over there and no fatalities. I mean, they don't want to engage. Everyone is
Oh,
getting back. So much resources wasted over there. Breach used his ult.
well, looking at the Granger right now, they need to have the farm they require because the Granger is the main, the source of the damage right now. And Respect didn't do much because he didn't have that early game snowball they want to get going onto that Alpha as well. But right now it's Patroclus who's just melting down anyone at that point because he have the true damage as well and the damage he required in order to go 1v1 again. And looking at Absolute Cinema right now, he's the one actually having that goal that he requires. He's gonna come online when I mean, he just need one more item to come online as well. So they have to be a little bit careful and maybe try to pick off the Moskov again.
One more time. I mean, the Luminous slot this time will be emerging soon into the land of Dawn. And look at that Suyu going in against that Alpha. The Alpha Spear has been used to retreat from there. And so much damage coming from Absolute Cinema right now. The ult has been on from Reach. Will be giving some shield to the teammates. But look at that. At a very bad position. Will he manage to back Kimi? Okay, Kimi is getting back over there. And Rhapsody
Oh,
will be killing that Novaria. Bright will be done. Absolute Cinema giving so much damage to Anti. Anti will not be able to retreat from there. Anti will be getting down by there. And look at that. A mega kill coming for Aaron. Aaron is online, guys. AOG will be possibly using to retreat back. And look at that. Patroclus is hiding into the booth
oh,
and taking godlike. That was a nice kill. A nice way to take that kill to Beach. Will be getting down. Alpha Spear connecting over there, giving so much damage to the Gato. Gato will be getting down. Hitatsu right now, Absolute Cinema at a very less HP. Look that Alpha. It's a double kill for the Alpha. Patroclus will be taking down that high loss. It's a pure cinema, guys. Patroclus is online. Let's see what will happen. Who's gonna take this lot? The retreat fight is
oh my
on because Patroclus will be taking down this lot. What a nice gang, man. I mean, Patroclus' retreat was on to the point. One more neutral objective will be going for Team Daaku Sena from the beginning. 3 turtles and right now 2 lots. Even though the gank has been lost by DS, they will be taking the lot. This is what I mean. I was talking about the Patroclus Suyu. He is a great user of Suyu. He's a great jungler when he used that Suyu.
absolutely amazing mechanics coming out from Patroclus like there. We have seen his team losing a lot of team fights, and even Absolute Cinema was taken down, and that's a little bit of scams that's coming out for Anti as well. And Respect was just on to chasing on to the Absolute Cinema. They completely forgotten about Patroclus, the main damage dealer. It's not actually the Moskov who's a threat right now. It's actually still the studio, and give this guy his comfort, but he's gonna be dealing a lot of damage. And I mean, he's gonna be a monster. Oh, look at that, bitch.
Legendary for Patroclus right now. The Lord is emerging. One man is down. Anti at a very less HP. Will he manage to escape? Okay, he's managing to escape from there. Look at that. I mean, Kimi is getting so much damage from Absolute Cinema. The Lord has been hitting the base right now. Will IGN manage to defend this Lord? Let's see what will happen. It's a legendary for the Patroclus. Alpha will be getting down. It's the unstoppable for the Aaron. The base is into the hit for 4 hits away from getting finished. The minions is racing to the base right now. 3-man versus the 4-man of Dakusena. The fight is on, guys. Let's see what will happen. The inhibitors is getting falling down over there. Minions will be got cleared. And look at that. Rhapsody getting the kill, Aaron. It's a monster kill, but Aaron will be getting shut down. It's a legendary for Patroclus. It's a double kill for Patroclus right now, which is only there with the 3-man frontliners. I mean, Hitatsu is getting back. Even though, I mean, Bride is getting back, but they will be. The minions flow is coming into the inhibitor. 2 inhibitors will be falling down soon. The base turrets, okay, no, they managed to defend, but the mid lane inhibitors got fallen in the meantime.
What a great damage coming out from Patroclus right there. I feel like, Iran needs to have that sustain. He might have to go for the wind charm as well because he need that in order to survive that onslaught coming from the soul Krell because he's dealing a lot of damage onto the squeezy front line, squeezy back line as well as the front lines. And now he's still on a zero that's just 12 kills right now, and whenever he's just gonna dive in whether it may be the front line or the back line, he's gonna be the one having the advantage. They have to go in together. Kimi have to set for his team onto the Patroclus again.
Okay, that was a great gang inside the boost. I right now look at that all from, but there you go, Absolute Cinema this time winning the fight. But there you go. I mean, Aaron will be down, but the revenge will be taken down by the Alpha. The Lord has been immersed. It's a 1v1 trade right now. Oh my goodness, the Frozen has been used, but Gato will be getting down by Kimi over there. Hitatsu didn't manage to escape. I mean, Zaz right now going for two peoples, getting the stun over there. He will be using his ult. Respect at a very bad position. Respect will be getting back or not. Let's see. The Frozen has been used. He will be getting back. The Witcher Crown already been used. Oh my goodness, look at that. Kimi use his ult and going back to retreat. The Lord is open. Patroclus is going for the Lord. One more Lord will be going to the side of Dakusena. And this time, this is the third level Lord. Be ready for that.
Yep, absolutely amazing team fights, and the damage coming out from Brighton and Navaria as well, because we know Navaria is a HP base, have HP base damage, so she's gonna hurt a lot if she make sure to land that star setter onto any of the tankier member as well. So looking at the front line right now, NT will be the
Oh
one to
my, oh
set.
my. Yeah, man. Oh my good lord. Look at Absolute Cinema getting so much damage. The immortality will be popping up there. I mean, not immortality. It's a Wind of Nature will be popping up there. And Alpha Spear connecting on Zaz. Zaz at a very less HP will be managing to escape from there. So much damage coming
Oh,
from Patroclus right now. Novaria will be taking down that reach. And right now, see the lane pressure coming from. Oh my goodness, look at that Novaria. Bright connected the shot and will be getting down that. It's a double kill for the Bright. And look at that at a very bad positioning. Right now, Anti. Will he manage to escape? No! It's a legendary for Patroclus. The Lord is open. 3 man is down from the 2 man is down from the side of IGN, and 3 man is on. Let's see what will happen. I mean, the MM is not there, but Hitatsu is joining out the enemies. Let's see what will happen. Debbie, what do you think? Will they go come for the fight for the Lord, or they will be just giving this Lord away?
I feel like they do not have the opening for IZN to contest this lot, because looking at the positions as well, they do not have their frontliners, and he was gonna go for the backlines as well. The opening is all so closed up by Dakusena right there, and the Lord will be, so secure, so freely, and knowing fully well that Respect can't even enter that Lord pit right there. He's just gonna go just looking for a clearance onto that bot lane as well. And that's another free lot, I would say, because the fight coming on just before the Lord was onto the advantage side of Daku Sena again. And now I feel like, the quick coming out for Absolute Cinema as well might be a chance for them. They have to do the defense of their life. IZN have to be very careful now. The Lord is rushing out into the bit lane at the moment.
Time, the 20 minutes Lord is coming to the base right now. So much damage. Anti already been forcibly using his Black Dragon form. And let's see what will happen. So much damage coming from Daku Sena right now. Getting down that kill. Alpha Spear do used on the Zaz. Zaz has already been on his ult. And so much damage right now from the Rhapsody. Getting down Hitatsu over there. It's a legendary for Patroclus. Base is getting hit by the team Daku Sena. It's a 3-hit away from winning this match. Let's see what will happen. Oh my goodness, it's a killing spree for the Novaria, and the base will be getting down by Team Dakusena this time. The score level again, 2-2. The first set won by IGN, second one Dakusena, third set won by IGN, fourth one Dakusena, and we are going for the fifth set in the double elimination round. Day number 3, lower bracket quarterfinal is going here between Team Dakusena versus IGN, and here we are in the verge of the fifth set, the do or die set for the both sides. I mean, Dakusena literally give that statement. We are here for the comeback, guys, not to get loose. We are here for the do or die situation will be not for our side. It will be for both of our sides. So right now, the match is on, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned with us because we are coming to the fifth set, the do or die set. I mean, we are ready for this. So I mean, open your chips packet, share the stream to your friends, and like the stream, comment in the stream about your favorite parts. We'll be coming back after. Stay tuned with us, guys. Thank you for Here we are back into the fifth set for the BO5 right now, going between DS versus Team IGN. I mean, the double elimination round is on for the MLOS Season 1, and here we are in the fifth set, guys. The draft phase is on. Debbie is there, I am there, viewers are there. Let's see what will happen. I mean, so much excitement right now because both of the teams are right now in the same points 2 is to 2. Whoever wins
Mhm.
will be going to the next phase. I mean, they will be going to the semi-finals of the lower bracket. They will be fighting with the Wandy Legacy. Debbie, what do you think? I mean, right now I have goosebumps. Like, what will
Oh.
happen?
Yep, absolutely great team fights coming on from both of teams in that previous game right there. And looking at Dakusena, right, I mean, the draft were actually not in their favor, but they did make it work. Even with the goal picks that the Faramis were just basically trying to counter it as well. It just wasn't working well for IGN right there because the team fights that skirmishes coming out from the side of Dakusena was making their unfavorable draft to their own advantage as well. And looking at the bench right now, for sure we're gonna see a target bench for Jazz right there. That's the glue being taken away for the from the side of IGN as well as the Fanny and the tanky heroes and the rumors as well. What do you think about this ban coming out from Dakusina again?
I mean, previous one they didn't ban the Fanny, but right now they're banning the
Mhm.
Fanny. Maybe they have some reason for it. I don't know. But I mean, Fanny is a great ban. Obviously, we should ban the Fanny. It got that cable. It got that map advantage. It got that damage from the early game also. So you should ban the Fanny, obviously. But previous one they didn't. But right now they are doing so. Maybe they have some plans in this draft. And going for the Jushin, obviously, I
Oh.
always hate this mage. I mean, she's too good for the early game as well as the late game, so I hate her. But it's okay. I mean, they're banning it, so I'm happy for the side of IGN. But right now, again, Patroclus with the Suyu. I mean, this is a terror. This is a threat for IGN. But Aaron, again, going for that Granger. Are you sure about it, Debbie? I mean, he was great
Mm,
with the Granger, but still, again, I mean, Irithel is open, Harith is open. Even Absolute Cinema can
yeah.
cook with Moscow, though he got 051 from the beginning. Still,
He was utilized more of a macro factor for the side of Dakusina on that North curve onto that previous game right there. But I ran the creator. I feel like this kind of may they can make it work if a Vix get a very early game hero that can be a burst damage hero, not the Faramis because the burst from Faramis is not that good coming out from. I mean, looking at the animators as well, the Senna or any even Eve was better previous game because they know that they can provide a second life on their Ramis, but it didn't work well for them because the Akusena were just so amazing. Because in particular was so amazing on this figure, so they have to be a little bit careful in drafting again. But that the comfort coming out particulars as well. So two, I mean, the key to their draft might actually be give comfort to your jungle for the Akusena.
yep. But I thought there will be a joy pick coming from Team IGN. I mean, everyone is going for the counters. As you can see, Harith is there for to counter that Granger. So I thought to counter this Suyu, they could go for a joy pick. It was even open, but they went for that
Yeah.
Hayabusa. Okay, I mean, my predictions are not sure today. But there you go. A Phobius right now getting banned from the side of IGN is a great ban. I mean, there you go. I mean, you have a chance to go for the Phobius against your Gato. So obviously, banning it is a great choice from Team IGN.
Absolutely right. And they can still go for a mage ban here, right? Because they pick up that Sicilian for themselves, so the real world manipulation is being denied and the Eve will be banned away. And yeah, that's a denied pick for bits right there because looking at the position, right, I feel like they can make do with the ease. They can provide the support or and give a little bit of a damage that can come out from her as well, and give that position for her team to play around with it as well. But understanding that Dakusena is just taking out another the mate, maybe they can go for another mate brand here, maybe.
Obviously, and I'm thinking that they will go for the Aurora or maybe a Vexana. But let's see what it will be. It's a CC, guys. Okay, today our predictions are not on the point, and they are going for something else, and they went for that CC. I mean, again, they are thinking that this Gato could be a roamer. I mean,
Yep.
Kimi gonna use this Gato. So let's see what will happen. The dragon is still open. So what? We're gonna see Kimi again with the high loss. So Gato is officially going for the EXP, and there is a chance that Zaz is going for that dragon. And I'm going to
Oh.
see Hitatsu. What Hitatsu will pick this time? I'm literally very
Well,
confused. That so
yeah.
many tanks are there. He can go for the Caramella also. Caramella is open right
Yeah.
now. So let's
Oh,
see.
the basic Camila Cecilia combo is also possible, but the CC ban actually was a setup for the side of Dagusina to go for that high low spot easy and make use of that ban and treating it well as well. Kimi will be the one taking out the high low. So understandable, I would say, because that's a charge hero that can soak up a lot of damage as well, but not that much of damage because he needs someone to help him as well. And so that comes with the control kata again. But looking at the sturdy picks coming off for the side of the Hussein, that's two very frontline
Ooh, that's a great pick. I mean, Valentina right now will have so many ults in her pocket right now because there is Sicilian, there is Edith. So much damage Edith ult gonna give. So Edith ult will be a great opportunity for the Valentina. Even there is raising sandstorms you can copy. So right now, both of the drafts are looking too good because it's the fifth set, it's the final set, guys. I mean, it's the do or die set. So both of the drafts are looking pretty good, but I can say a Daku Sena is having an upper hand, having that Edith. Because Edith is right now Debbie in the meta, giving so much damage. So in the EXP lane, Zaz having the Edith. Because in the previous one also we have saw that how Glue literally managed the whole map. Right now, here we are in the land of Dawn for the fifth set of the double elimination round, day number 3. Match between Daku Sena versus IGN in the lower bracket quarterfinals of MLOS Mobile Legends Odisha Series Season 1. Both of the junglers are right now going for their aggro, going for their buff. The rotation will be a bit different because, as we all know, Daku Sena always go for the EXP lane rotation. So let's see what will happen. Already the invade has been on into there, and so much less HP will be possibly using his flicker and will be retreating back there. Kimi.
Kimi was like a little aggressive right there, just going for high Tetsu onto the bot side. That's anti.
Yeah, Hitatsu again at a very less HP. Will be retreating back. Let's see what will happen. Look at Kimi, already been ready. Zaz will be pointing him out from the bush. Let's see what will happen. Zaz will be retreating back. It's just a bluff from both the sides.
Yeah, that's a poking game. What's the start of this game? Because both of the teams are going back and forth, and none of the trades being given out as well. And no first blood just yet, and understandably so because they do not have the damage they want. And oh my goodness, that Spectacles did not hit the level 4 just yet. But looking at Respect right now, he's still on level 3 too. But Aaron the Creator will be in trouble, won't be taken down just yet. But onto the bot side.
Okay, there you go. A fight has already been begun, and Anti will be getting the kill of Suyu over there. That was a nice first blood for the side of IGN. They already been showing their aggression from the beginning of the game. And look at that. Aaron the Creator will be having some pressure for there, but the OB Shadow kill, no. They're getting back.
Oh.
Hitatsu, they will not go for the Hitatsu. They know the Sand Guard is on, so they will never go for the Hitatsu.
Yep, absolutely brilliant idea coming out from Respect right there. He did not want to waste a set of kill onto that hero, which will not die. So looking at the positions of both of the teams right there, I feel like they are just prepping up for that Pterodon, and the position for coming out from Kimi as well. I see the good position right there, just taunting on that Hisoka.
Okay, look at that, look at that. Oh my goodness! One more kill for Anti, and they are going for the Hitatsu, and Hitatsu will be getting down over there. That was a nice one. Look at that, the ult has already been copied. Edith ult is right now in the hand of Valentina, and look at that. Patroclus is having some pressure in the red buff. They're not giving him the chance to get the red buff, and the turtle will be easily going to the hand of team IGN right now. Look at that. The AOG connecting on two peoples, giving so much damage. The Batfist is on. Anti is forcing himself towards the enemies right now. Look at that. Oh my goodness, at a very less HP. Will he manage to go? Kimi. But there you go. The Shadow Kill will be taking down Patroclus over there. It's a killing spree for the Anti. He is going on to the Hitatsu. Hitatsu will be using his Sand Guard right now. Will be retreating back. A nice start for IGN. A dream start for IGN in the do or die set.
Absolutely amazing for them. They are looking for the answer for Pateklos on that studio, and they found it as well. But oh, Absolute Cinema will be taken very low. But I feel like he will survive that onslaught because he have high Tetsu to go for that support as well. But the goalie was actually, I mean, I feel like it should be in the favor of Harris, but it's actually around the creator who's just having that upper hand right now.
And look at that. Respect is right now literally having the aggro. And I mean, damage coming from Aaron is not that much, but he is literally managing to make some damage on. Oh my goodness, the Death Sonata. Oh, AOG will be not connecting anyone. That was a nice escape from the Harith. Forcibly using his flicker over there. And look at that. Hitatsu again at a very less HP. Will be using his Sand Guard to get back.
That's a mega kill for NT right there. The guy is still sitting on a 402 KD and he's doing amazing on that Harriet as well. But onto the backside, there's NT.
Okay, right now Andy at a very bad position. Let's see what will happen. The ult has been already popped up by Harith, but they will be managing to make Anti at a safer zone. And the ult, look at that. I mean, again, Valentina is just targeting Edith's ult always. I mean, he's capturing that ult. That's a nice, trick. You should have the ult. I mean, so much damage can be popped out by Edith's ult.
Yep, absolutely. But Hightech's doing a little bit on a pickle right here into the like being sandwiched between the turrets. Yep, he's gonna be saved as a tanky hero onto
Okay, the AOG has been used to again retreat back to the safe track. And the turtle is already been popped up into the land of Dawn. One more neutral objective is there. Let's see what will happen because Suyu at very far from the turtle right now. And even Hayabusa is not interested.
Yeah, they can go for the contest as well because Hayabusa have the ability to arrive on time right there. And his teammates are actually prepping for that turtle as well. They may be having a good time just if they try to set for the turtle again.
Yep, and there you go. The fight has already begun, and there you go. Aaron, the creator, will be taking the kill. Hitatsu will be getting down there, and this turtle will be a free turtle for IGN side. The score is 7-1 right now. The goal read is already been 4K at just 6 minutes of game, and the one more turtle will be going into the hand of Team IGN. As I was saying, it is a free turtle. Look at that right now, giving so much damage with the dashes, Harith. Rhapsody didn't connect it on her. I mean, they are going for the mid lane turret. What will happen? Let's see.
Yep, that's a lot of damage coming out for Respect again on that Hayabusa, but he will have to defensively AOG away from that Scamsis onto the mid side.
Ooh, that was so much damage coming from Respect to that Harith. I mean, that was literally a nice trick. And look at that Patroclus. In the meantime, we'll be taking down Bright over there, Breach over there. And look at that, the Death Sonata did connect on that Patroclus. Not giving so much damage, but right now at a very bad position. Jazz, will he manage to escape? Let's see what will happen. The ult has been popped up by the Anti. And he's going on to the Zaz. So much damage coming from Zaz, but they will be deciding to retreat back. And look at there, a little bit fight going on to that Hitatsu. Respect will be taking down Hitatsu over there. I mean, what was going over there?
There was a lot of damage from Rest, but he so much required the farm, and now that he have it as well. And look, talking about Respect onto that Hayabusa, we have seen it most of the time onto that Hayabusa, and it's kind of a comfort hero, a comfort pick for him as well. And looking at the goal gap between the jungles as well, it's too much at this point, and the Turtles might need to farm just a little bit, do the split pushing macro and fights that he required in order to have that goal lead that he so need like the first
Oh my
game.
goodness, this time AOG will be used on two people. Kimi at fire and will be taking down Edith over there. They will be unstoppable for, I mean, look at that. Anti, he is fire right now from the beginning. taking down all those DS members, and the mid lane second tier will be getting down over there. Patroclus forcibly retreating back to his lane. The third neutral objective has been popped up again. The score is 11-2. And they are not going for the turtle because they will be going for the non-luminous lord. The lord dance already been started. Let's see who's gonna take this lord. Patroclus is not want. I mean, he is not interested in this lord. This will be a free lord,
Yep,
guys.
he's yeah, they can possibly a free love because looking at the XP gap between two of the jungles, there's no chance for Petrocles to go even near the Lord Pit. It's just a ton of even looking compared to the previous game that we have seen and Petrocles on that trio as well. But right now he's the one onto the back foot because IZN at this point they found their required footing, but MT just goes partway into. Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
and you know he got the help right now. Whole team is back. AOG will not connect on that, Harith. He will be getting back. There you go. Right now at a very bad position. Will be getting down. Oh my goodness. Gimme. Sorry for that. He will be sending back to the heaven right now. Look at that. OB Shadow Kill will be taking down. Oh my goodness. This is a mega kill for Respect. He will be taking down Zaz over there. The fight is on in the mid lane. Death Sonata is connecting on Aaron. Will not giving, on Absolute Cinema, will not giving so much damage. The Lord is right now going into the mid lane, going into the inhibitors. Let's see what will happen. IGN is on, guys, and look at that Hayabusa going too fast right now in the mid lane. They will be going for another base turret in the top side.
Yep, absolutely amazing turn of even right there. They did not directly wait for the base because they know that the side of DS did have the clearing ability to take out the minions. That three of the minions that are coming onto the mid lane and deciding to just go for the top inhibitor was, I mean, there are. It was a good decision. It was a good discipline coming out from YZN as well. Look at them at this game. They are just popping and rolling everywhere, just taking fights here and there. And respect on his comfort hero. Right now, he's just being a nuisance, dealing a lot of damage as well. And at this point, they are IZN are actually dependent on respect and the plays that he was making, and they are just enabling it at this point. And even Aaron might actually hurt if the game goes on again.
Okay, right now look at that. Khalid will be getting down by Aaron over there. AOG is connecting over two peoples, and it's a double kill for Aaron. It's a triple kill for Aaron. He's going inside the base. Let's see what will happen. So much damage coming on Kimi right now. The bat impact will be taking down Kimi over there. Look at the Rhapsody connecting over there. OB Shadow will not be popped up. Oh my goodness, Death Sonata inside the base. The bad impact is coming on to that Aaron. Aaron at a very less HP. They are going for the base hit. Right now, three people who are going for the base hit will reach. Oh my goodness, this is a shutdown from the side of DS, but the base will be taken down by IGN. Congratulations, IGN, for winning the match and going to the next round, this lower bracket semi-final of MLOS. We will be seeing you fighting with the 1D Legacy, and this was the journey for Team Daaku Sena. They literally fought very hard, but I mean, what can I say? Bright literally took the kills, but this was the last match for them in the MLOS. The journey has been over for them. They will be going back to home. I mean, they are in the home, but they will not. I mean, what happened, Debbie? Can you say me why Daaku Sena fall behind in this match? I mean, they were good in the
Yeah,
previous one, but right now they lost this do or die situation. They were in the do or die in the previous one, but right now they lost it.
yeah. I mean, it's actually an absolutely amazing draft coming out from IGN as well. But we have seen into the previous game, right? The Dakusen now did not have the favor into the draft, but they did make it work again. So looking at the draft right now for IGN, they give their comfort hero to respect again. Hayabusa is a burst damage hero. He can go into the backlines very, very easily and take down any paper paper thin heroes that's available for him to take down as well. And until that previous game as well, they needed that burst damage, and the Alpha did not provide that much because he's not good for the backlines. The Hayabusa is a little bit better going on to the backline because he's an assassin as well. And looking at the mid lane as well, IZN are just enabling their jungle. they did not focus onto that goal lane because they were knowing that Aaron was doing just fine alone, just brawling out with the Harriet, not trading any kind of uh kills or just hitting on the minions and maybe a poke a little bit here and there. And there was not like we always see in the return of Daku Sena, right? There was not a gang coming out for the goal lane. It's absolute cinema, just brawling out a lot to that goal side as well. And IZN, they are playing for their jungle this game. They are going for their jungle. They are enabling their jungle into the early stages of this game, which and Timmy just providing that vision, that chance for the respect to pop up onto that Hayabusa, and he was farming a little bit well than he did after that first game, and now when he just landed that shadow, the quad shadow onto anyone, he's just it was a secure kill for them, and when the later part of the stages of the game goes, and he came into the picture. He was rotating very, very fastly, very vastly as well, and providing for a run again at that point, and giving. And when they know that Respect had already enough damage that can enable him, that can make him go solo again, they were giving him time to go alone, just do the macro plays as well. And at that point, the other of the teams, the four of the other players were together, company together, making plays here and there. And Dakusena couldn't find their right footing because at this point, IZN were always calling the shots. They were in the driver's seats, and it's Dakusena always responding to that. And at that point, they are all already so behind. There wasn't any damage they could answer IZN with. So this was a pure a decisive and a rotation better rotation coming out from IZ and again.
Yeah, thank you so much, Debbie, for the analysis you've done right now for this match. And guys, congratulations one more time to our IGN for winning this match and going to the next round. I mean, not the next round, to the lower bracket semifinals. They will be fighting with the 1D Legacy tomorrow. So don't go anywhere. I mean, we will be coming back tomorrow, guys, because today's showdown is already over. The excitement, the fun we have today in this match, Dakusena versus IGN, is just got over because we have this match in our schedule today. But we will be coming back tomorrow with some exciting match. 1D Legacy versus Team IGN will be cooking up tomorrow. So please be ready for tomorrow. Hit the subscribe button, and obviously just turn on the bell notification. You will be getting notified about the match when we will be streaming live. You will be getting notified about it. So do not forget to turn on the notification and like the stream, share the streams to your friends, and comment in the stream about your favorite part. We'll be reading your comments, chats. I mean, I love to read your comments. So do comments in our stream, and we'll be coming back tomorrow. So please, I mean, thank you for joining today. Thank you for watching. Good night, everyone. Sabak here. We'll meet you.
यदा हि धर्मस्य